Thanks for having me. I enjoy doing this. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I'm not one to judge. I used to work in Knob Noster, Missouri, as a barber. That's my profession. And every fall they have a little thing, fall festival, I think they call it, and it always includes a carnival. This poem is called Carnival. A carnival came to our town in the night. Gray canvas, loud noise, and confusion. Set up the rides and the games people play. Here is magic. Enjoy the illusion. Smells on the air of hot popcorn and food. Calliope music recorded. People mill round in the afternoon heat, all dazed and confused and disordered. Barkers call out to the rubes in the crowd. Over here, win a prize for your lady. Snow cones, hot dogs, Pepsis and Coke. The heat makes us all sort of crazy. Their stay will be brief. Soon they move on to the next stop on their summer run. They tear it all down, depart in the night, and we're left with cheap prizes we've won. Early next day, as the heat starts to build, the trash blown around empty streets accent the fact that the carnival's gone while we're left in this town in the heat. An echo of music so faint on the breeze, the memory of pleasure and fun, and someplace inside is empty and sad at knowing the moment is gone. Thank you. A number of years ago, during the 60s and 70s, I considered myself a hippie. I got a brother here. He might have considered himself the same thing. I'm going to dedicate this poem to my brother Ted. A couple of young hippies back then. The working title was Requiem for Hippie. The final title I stole from Buffalo Springfield, and I stole it without conscience because it was perfect for what it's worth. This is for what it's worth. I hear taps so sadly wafting through the memories in my mind, for the loss of what was offered, for the truths we sought to find. With young hearts so full of caring, filled with love we thought to share, and intent to help each other as we made our way to there, to a place where all are treasured, to an ideal in our minds. Down a winding path we traveled, filled with joy at what we'd find. But time and tides refused to linger. Youth and will did not win out. Passing years and growing older showed us what life's all about. I hear taps so softly playing, such a slow and sad lament. Something precious left our thinking. With it I know where it went. Thank you. I have a daughter who lives in the Black Hills of South Dakota, the Pahasepa. And like most of us, I have a tiny bit of Indian blood in me, just enough to fill my heart. This is called These Hills, which are the Pahasepa. These hills are sacred. It has always been so. These hills remember. They'll share what they know. These hills will welcome the strong heart back home. These hills will succor the lost and alone. The footprint of power is found in these hills, in the paths of the fathers, and they walk here still. My heart is unburdened when I walk here alone. I can hear spirit whisper, it is good, welcome home, when I walk in these hills. Okay. This one is called A Passing Sadness, and I'll let you decide if the passing sadness is the man making the observation or what he's observing through the window, or both. A passing sadness. Just last evening, well past dark, in a small downtown cafe, I stared into my coffee cup, glad I'd finished with my day. Saw a woman passing by outside in the cold and rainy dark, shuffling slowly down the walk with a rusty shopping cart, piled high with things no one would want, but things she held quite dear, and all she had was nothing much, her pain, her doubts, her fears. Her outsized coat was long past old, her shoes were split and torn, her rain-soaked hair hung limp and gray, her face was lined and worn. I wondered how a God of love could let things be this way, but as she turned to meet my gaze, to my shame, I looked away. Today at work, I heard some talk of a woman who was found, huddled dead in an alleyway on the cold, uncaring ground. Then briefly, sadness filled my thoughts, but I pushed those thoughts aside, put my attention on my work, and ignored the grief inside. This one I just finished a short while ago, 8/9/2014. The poet laureate for the state of Missouri told me to read a book to help me with my poetry called Poet's Prepare Manual. And it's a good book. And I read a poem in there that prompted this poem. And I'm going to start it with a small preface. Some attachments, like love, can be so strong as to leave a soul restless. Some promises so powerful as to reach beyond the veil of death. This is called returned. Long, long had he been gone, so long and far away. After promising that he'd return to them to stay. Sad, sad those left behind. With time their hope grew dim. Giving up at last in tears, their hearts let go of him. Gone, gone, they moved away. Only memories left behind to dwell within the once was home, still there for him to find. Dark, dark long night of soul, the long way back he came, wrenched his being out of hell, returned to them again. Sad, sad his mournful cry. I'm back, where might you be? My promise kept just as I swore. Why did you just forget me? Quiet, still the memories lay, these fragments of their past. Then be damned, his spirit cried, tell them all I did come back. Again, I stole the title. Neil Diamond, love his stuff. He wrote a song and performed it called Come Dry Your Eyes, and it prompted me to do this, and I do give him credit, special gratitude to Neil for the inspiration and the title. This is called Come Dry Your Eyes. It's a new day, face the sunrise, square your shoulders, still your cries. Don't be looking back at sorrow, lift your head, come dry your eyes. And if the music weeps your sorrow, if the words describe your life, understand the beat continues, lift your head, come dry your eyes. Because the sorrow of the moment, though it feels your light has died, soon must fade before the morrow. Lift your head, come dry your eyes. All the love you need so deeply, all the strength to get you by, will be yours if you believe it. Know it now, come dry your eyes. Thank you.